everybody, welcome to my channel. With this channel, I really want to give people kind of guidance on how dominant our minds are, life lessons I've learned throughout my 30 years of a lot of the experiences I've gone through. I think the best way to relate to people and share knowledge for people to grow in this world is from experience and relating and being able not to hear something but to understand it, right? For the lesson what it is. And I want to be able to share my experiences. So, welcome. It's incredibly great to meet all of you, whoever's watching this first video. There will be many, many more that come out. The whole point of this video today is to talk about how powerful the ego truly is, because it is incredibly powerful. In a lot of our world, it runs our lives. That's how scary it is. It literally runs our lives. Where we're walking around and the voice in our head is the one we're living from. Like, we're not even present. We're living from the voice in our head. And that's for a lot of people out there. You know, you see people talking to themselves when you're walking across the street. You're at the gym and you see them looking all serious and everything. It's really scary, honestly. And I think one of the goals in our world should be to learn to recognize this ego, this voice in our head, and how dangerous it is to us, because it is what makes us insecure. It is what makes us a lot of times not who we are. And it's something I'm still trying to learn, to be honest with you. I'm not perfect, but I've learned a lot about it. And what I will say is what has brought me the greatest transformation with my ego and being able to settle it down and being there and just there and present and not somewhere else and not somebody else is the ability, first of all, first thing you want to do with your ego is every day there's a level of volume it has. Some days it's way louder. Other days it's way quieter. On the days it's way louder, the first thing you want to do is just literally recognize that it is way louder today. Because a lot of people can't even recognize that their own ego is crazier on a certain day than others. So, one, being able to recognize when your ego is louder on a certain day is incredibly important. Because if you're able to recognize that, it will immediately, honestly, slightly turn off your ego a bit, just saying, wow, that voice is talking a bit too much today, right? And it's important because if we're just living from, the first step of change is always recognizing, right? And I would say, like, the biggest thing that people have, and I see issues of, is they let people that frustrate them turn into their actual ego, right? So, like, if there's somebody that's pissing you off, or there's something that's pissing you off, your ego will play the character of that. Like, let that sink in real quick. Like, if it's a girl, it's a person, it's something that's really triggering you, your ego will get that character for you to fight it and you to battle, just so it can listen, so it can have the hold on you, right? Because it knows, the mind knows, I can grab this character that's pissing you off internally, you will listen to me more. That crazy. I want you to kind of think about that and let that sink in. And I think that could be your biggest lesson today, is because it's hard to, like, take this lesson, take that, take this, and all apply it. If I had to take one thing, is recognize when your ego is being the character in our world. Recognize when it's turning into a voice of somebody you don't like, somebody that you're frustrated with. Recognize that, and revert to presence, revert to now. Um, recognizing itself is all the importance itself, right? Because you just don't want to play in that zone of that ego. Um, yeah, I would say another thing that's very important, guys, is as you are walking outside, wherever you are in this world, when you go out, watch, just see how much the egos dominate people's minds in regards to getting them frustrated, getting them making them be in such deep thought, right? Being able to literally see it in person will give you huge perspective, right? A lot of drug addicts on the street, the voice in their head, they couldn't dominate their mind. They're on the street now. They say if you're a slave to your mind, literally you'll end up falling completely down, and that's what kind of happens, and it's sad. Like school never taught us to master our mind ever. It's almost like we were a slave the whole time, right? We're supposed to learn this. We're learn how to get work done, right? But we're never learning how our mind works, right? It's what made me study psychology for 7 years. But I mean, psychology itself is cool. I learned a lot, but I learned a lot from reading as well, and from being around a mentor and being around different people around this. And yeah, so yeah, go outside today, look around, see where the mind is dominating others, whether it's them frustrated or if they're in deep thought, and get perspective on it, right? I think that's the biggest thing, and being able to recognize when that voice is a character and is not you, right? So that's it for today's video, guys. Welcome in general, and I hope you have an amazing day. Stay blessed, stay present, love yourself. You may not be alive tomorrow, who knows? The world brings so many left and right turns, but know that you are very important to this world, wherever you are. Like, actually, I'm not just saying that, you actually are very important, and God brought you here for a reason, and always remember that. Take care.